Riding shotgun with me today is a guy whose voice you probably recognize, but his face you may not. His name is Barnhart. He's the radio voice of the Illini, both football and basketball. You're on the radio too, right?
You're on radio, yeah, just about every day.
You're ready
7 days a week.
Ride around a little bit?
Yeah, let's do it.
Here we go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, let's start with the fun stuff. You've called a lot of amazing games: football, basketball, baseball. The one that comes to mind when you have to think of highlight, your most favorite call or experience doing what you do?
You know, it's funny because I've done just about every sport you can think of in some capacity or another. The game that probably is number one, and I don't know if there's anything close to it, is the Arizona game from 2005. Illinois down 15 with 4 minutes to go. I think just for what was at stake, a trip to the Final Four, the season we had that was close. I always told people that's the closest to being traveling, and I don't have any experience in this, but traveling with a rock group, closest to it. That starting five, everybody knew by their first name, started 29-0, and then get through the Big Ten tournament, win that, get through all the other games in the NCAA tournament, play in Indy, get to Chicago, down 15 with 4 minutes to go, and then being able to come back from that game, in that game, and win it the way they did.
And for Illinois fans, that's one of those things. If you've been an Illinois fan for very long, you remember where you were when that happened. You, before the Illini, were doing some pro baseball, right?
I was. For several years, I worked in the minor leagues. I did Class A ball in Lynchburg, Virginia. I did some in Salem, Virginia. For one of those places, it was the first time they'd ever been on the radio broadcast. So I was their inaugural broadcaster, and then
so you had nothing to live up to.
Nothing to live up to, at least in Salem, Virginia. I didn't.
Right. Was that always your plan? Like in high school and college, was that what you were setting out to do?
Not in high school so much. I actually went away to Liberty University, but I actually went there to be a history teacher. I just love history. I still do. But I got there and I met a guy named Mike Tilley, who was a good friend of mine. His goal in life was to be the voice of the North Carolina Tar Heels. So he had me just, hey, why don't you help me out?
Yeah.
You know, we became friends. Helped me out on the broadcast a little bit with some of the women's games at Liberty, and I helped him out, and I fell in love with the broadcast. I had grown up listening to Larry Stewart and then Jim Turpin and Dick Martin and all these guys that did the games for years, and so I knew what it was kind of supposed to sound like, but I'd never done it. I didn't know what I was doing, but I fell in love with it, and I thought, what a great way to make a living.
Would you have been happy as a history teacher? If you think back now, like, would you have found joy in that, or can you not imagine anything else?
I probably would have. I've read, my daughters, when they were growing up, they always teased me about Dad getting another boring book. You know, Dad, it's a boring book. What are you doing? So every time I get a book at the library, I always send them a picture and say, hey, I got another boring book. And I probably would have enjoyed it. I don't know. I think doing the radio in college, because I was very, very introverted. The people that knew me in high school, it's funny when we went to high school reunions now, 25, 30 years later, people who hadn't seen me in that time are kind of startled, like, you're doing what?
Right.
You're on the radio?
Talking in front of people?
Because I didn't talk a lot in high school. I was very shy. I was very introverted. And so thinking about doing what I'm doing now 35, 40 years ago, I wouldn't even thought about doing that. I was just too shy.
What's something that people don't know about what you have to do for calling a football game or a basketball game?
Well, you know how it is with you want to get the names right, and that's the key. And your key job is obviously people are in the whole arena are going to hear you announce or mispronounce the name, as the case may be, which is what you're trying to avoid. But I don't know. I think most people are surprised a little bit how much time it takes for me to prep for a game. I usually, on a football game, I will spend maybe 6 to 8 hours prepping a score sheet, typing up notes. So, and I try to get all of that done starting on Monday, and sometimes I start on the next game the previous week. I try to be done with it by Thursday, so that when I sit down to do the game, there's not a whole lot left for me to do except announce the game. I would say 6 to 8 hours for football, 2 to 3, maybe 4 for basketball. The thing with basketball that happens is when you're prepping, you're not just with football, you know the game is most likely going to be on Saturday.
Right.
You've got 1 a week.
Right.
Then you start mixing in the basketball games in November. And
there's that overlap season.
Yeah, the overlap season. And it's not just one game that overlaps, it's 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Like this last year, we had a situation where we played Iowa in football here, drove to Chicago, caught a flight to Maui.
Right.
Did the 3 games in Maui on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, flew back on Thanksgiving Day. and then had a football game in Evanston on Saturday and a basketball game back home on Sunday, and then left for Notre Dame on Tuesday for another basketball game.
Like, if you got a chance to call one event or one team sport somewhere, is there something that you've always wished you could do sometime?
I think covering a Super Bowl, I think, would be fun.
Yeah.
One thing I've always wanted to do is not only do what I do for Illinois, but on occasion do a national radio broadcast.
Right. Well, I've noticed in the NBA, a lot of guys are their team's guy, but then when there's a national game, they get pulled away to go do ESPN or whoever. So I would imagine there may be some opportunities like that sometime.
That's the one thing I think I'd like to do eventually, too, is supplement what I'm doing now with some national radio. I think I would really, and I've talked to different people about it.
Well, I'm sure you'll get the opportunities as your schedule allows. And, man, it's a fascinating life. And appreciate your riding shotgun.
Hey, thank you very much.